Hello everybody, welcome back to another episode of the Wayne State 2025 football positional previews. I'm Brady Beedon and we're joined by Line Coach DeJuan Garland, returning back to Wayne State. He was one of my GAs way back in the day. Welcome back. How does it feel to be back in the green and gold?
Oh man, it feels good to be back home. Excited. Man, just about 33 days out, just ready to get rocking and rolling.
So you guys, you get the whole room to yourself. I know you've had that a few other spots. You've been a head coach in high school. What's it like now to be back here, though, and now you're the guy in the D-line room?
It feels good, man. Obviously, I learned a lot from, the guys' previous staff, Coach Kaz and, Coach Robinson. So it's good now to be, the guy who was once under, kind of like looking from far back, but now, I'm the guy now. So
let's talk about some of the guys you have coming back on the edges at the DN spot. You got a little bit of experience coming back and some guys that you can work with out there. Let's start with guys like Jaden Acker, Colby Horn, and some others that you put in that spot as well.
Acker, he had a great spring. Him, Will Finema, Darrell Washington, and Ashawn Sims. Guys we're going to lean on heavy. We also got Aiden Johnson, who redshirted last year. He's been looking good throughout the summer and throughout the spring. So it's going to be exciting to see the guys up front.
So I know inside, Roshan McGee is going to be the one that, a young guy last year that stood out. Like even watching just in real time, he was a guy that stood out. He'll be back and he'll be one of the guys looking to anchor the inside. Kind of got a little open competition for those other spots, don't you?
Yeah, yep. So, guys that's coming back, you got Jordan Hutchinson and got T. So those guys are going to be, in the mix as well. Guys who they definitely had a great spring. So it's going to be, it's going to be a good one. It's going to be a good one for us up front.
So what are you looking for from these D linemen? I mean, when you got to get your hands on them in spring ball and really get into the nuts and bolts of everything, what were you looking for? What were some of the just overall qualities you wanted from your D linemen?
Just guys that can get off the ball, guys that have that relentless aggression, and guys that just love playing ball. And those are guys that we got in the room. The guys that's returning, and they were excited, in the spring when I got here. So it's been, we've been working uphill. It's been amazing so far.
D-line's probably that one spot that you need a little more depth than everywhere else. Linebackers you're going to rotate guys through, but not as often. DBs, if things go well, you can run the same 4 or 5 guys out there for most of the game. D-line, you got to be constantly moving those guys in and out. How important is it for maybe a guy that you don't have pegged as the starter right now to be a body you can turn to on the sideline and say, hey, we need 10 good snaps out of you on this drive and be ready to go. I know you're not the starter, but you're still going to play a whole heck of a lot.
No, I think that's the unique thing in the situation we got, especially at the DN spot. We got guys that give you a little bit of everything, guys that can play the run well, guys that can get after it and get home, working pass rush moves. So we definitely got some depth at the DN spot, and we got guys that, can do a lot of different things.
So coming into this year, D-line, it had its ups and its downs last year. Where's a spot where you're looking to, take a step forward? Where you looked at that when you were evaluating film from last year and you said, this is where we need to improve the most if we want to have a successful season?
Definitely hitting home, just getting to the quarterback. That's the main thing, getting the quarterback pressures up, getting the sacks. That's what we definitely want to increase. That's kind of like the thing we took a step forward in the spring as far as like just getting more creative on our pass rush moves, our footwork, and stuff like that.
All right, I do have to ask a little bit of a selfish question because back when you were here in 2018, you and Coach Robinson were both GAs back then. What's it like now, 7 years later, to be the guys kind of steering the ship defensively from looking back saying, man, it doesn't feel like that long ago we were here as GAs?
I know, definitely time flies, man. That's crazy that was like 6 years ago. But no, it's been, we've been working, defensive guys and offensive guys have been working, definitely just trying to get things ready to go because, as we know, it's right around the corner. So
it is.
It'll be here before we know it.
It is. So, Coach, what do you want your first Wayne State D-line room to be known for? When you watch Warrior football, they're going to say, man, that D-line was what?
Guys that get off the ball, play with relentless aggression, and create a new line of scrimmage.
Well, Coach, I appreciate it. Glad to have you back, and I'm excited to see what those guys up front can do.
I'm glad to be back. Good to see you as well.
He is the defensive line coach here at Wayne State, DeJuan Garland. I'm Brady Beedon, and thank you so much for watching the 2025 Wayne State Warrior Football Positional Preview.